We are previewing the conference championships in the NFL playoffs right now with Troy West from allplayswin.com. Troy West gave us 2 picks last week. Both of them covered, and he's covering both championship games right now with us. I'm Peter Loshak. You're watching SBR Videos. Troy West, New England, Denver scares the crap out of me. But Arizona, Carolina, what we're going to talk about now, I did actually make a pick on this one when the line opened, and I took the total. I took the over when it was 47, and the market has now moved. It's now 47.5 or 48, obviously. Both these teams with big offenses, capable offenses, and Carolina does have a defense that can pitch a shutout against anyone in the NFL. But Arizona, should be at least somewhat effective against them. The spread is Carolina -3. I really wouldn't feel comfortable betting against either of these teams, either on the money line or the spread here. I did take a shot though with the over 47 at 47.5. I'd like it a little bit less, but I think I'd still like it. What do you think, Troy?
Yeah, this is a smaller play for me, but I still think it has value. I am going to go with Arizona to win this football game. Very hard to argue with Carolina. Obviously 16-1, 15-1 regular season, dominating the defending champions, beating them twice. All pros look to Carolina, but this line is very marginal at 3 for a reason. One thing Carolina struggles with is they do struggle to rush the quarterback. Yes, they got to Russell Wilson at times. Those were on different blitz schemes, but they do struggle to blitz on the ends. Jared Allen, who's very, very much of a dud throughout the course of the year, he's still out. So now they got to go to the next string behind him. Not even sure I can name that player. Carson Palmer threw the ball 41 times against Green Bay. I expect him to throw it maybe even 50 times. And I think if they can avoid Josh Norman, which they will, Arizona has enough firepower on the outside. They got John Brown. We got Floyd. You got Fitzgerald playing at a high level. I do think they will expose this Carolina defense, which could make your play on the over a strong case. On the other side, I do think Arizona's defense is good enough to contain Carolina. They've got speed on all sorts of cylinders. They're great at blitzing. They probably get so many different packages. In the end, pound for pound, both teams very equal, but I think Arizona's strength plays against Carolina's weakness big time in this game, and that's why I think Arizona's good enough to get the win.
All right. I mean, down the stretch of the regular season, if Arizona did have a weakness, it was in their pass rush. And based on your analysis, it seems to me like if I heard your analysis, it feels like you'd be liking the over more than you'd be liking Arizona to cover 3.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a type of football game of 24-17, 24-21. Even, I just could see that score very, very common. That's why I'm not pushing the over. I think in the end, Arizona's passing game will expose the Carolina secondary. They're good secondary, but they're dependent on Josh Norman. They'll go the opposite way that he doesn't go, and they'll be able to get their yards. Bruce Arians, one of the best play callers in all of this league. He'll have a game plan ready. Arizona will get their points, and I think their defense maybe does enough to keep the total under. That's why I would stay away from the total.
All right, Troy. Well, these lines are very tight in the NFL playoffs at this point, and you, though, identified small but clear edges last week, and you're liking Arizona +3 here, I guess. Yeah, I guess if I had to pick a side here, I'd say why not Arizona? I don't want to bet against either of these teams, so why not take a couple of points if you can get it. Troy West liking Arizona +3. I like the over at 47, and I'd like it again at 47.5, although a little bit less. Troy West, tell us about allplayswin.com.
Thanks, Pete. I appreciate it. Clean sweep in the NFL last weekend, 3-0. Knocked dead our top teaser, Arizona, Denver. Knocked dead Carolina. Knocked dead Denver on the line. Come take a look at what we're doing at allplayswin.com, Pete. Absolutely on fire. College basketball's in full force. NBA's in full force. NHL, MMA, you name it, we cover it. Allplayswin.com. Come take a look at what we're doing.
Thanks, Troy.
Thanks, guys.